Welcome back, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are new, welcome. Have you ever been making a big bowl of stew or a big bowl of keto chili and you just thought, you know what, a big thing of cornbread would taste so good with this? But of course, as we all know, cornbread is not low carb by any stretch of the imagination until today. Today, I am going to give you a recipe for a keto-friendly cornbread substitute. This is so good. It will satisfy your craving for cornbread, and you will not want to go back to traditional cornbread after you taste this. It is that good. And also make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to show you how to make a quick sweet butter that tastes great on top of this cornbread substitute. And if you want printable versions of these, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find printable versions of these and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, right next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell. Make sure you click that notification bell. That way you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And while you do that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line an 8 by 8 inch cake pan with parchment paper. In a large mixer bowl, combine a half cup of almond flour, 1/3 cup of coconut flour, 2 tablespoons of brown swerve or brown sugar sweetener of your choice, a half teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Whisk these all together until they're fully combined and there's no lumps in the sweetener or the flour. If you need to, you can use your fingers and break up any lumps in the brown swerve. Sometimes brown swerve can stick together. So if you need to, get in there with your fingers and get all those lumps out. You want it to be nice and smooth. Add 3 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so your batter can be smooth. Whisk these in until everything is fully combined and there's no dry ingredients in the bowl. Add a half cup of room temperature sour cream. Again, make sure this is room temperature. Room temperature ingredients is key to a smooth batter, which results in fluffy cornbread. Whisk this in until everything is fully combined and smooth. Add 1/4 cup of butter that has been melted and cooled. Make sure it's cooled completely. And whisk the butter in until everything is fully combined and make sure the batter is nice and smooth. Once everything's combined and the batter is smooth, scrape down the sides of the bowl if needed and push all the batter to the center of the bowl. Pour the batter into the prepared cake pan and use a spatula if needed and spread the batter to where it's evenly covering the entire bottom of the cake pan. Make sure it is nice and even so it cooks evenly. Bake 20 to 25 minutes or until lightly golden around the edges. Mine took exactly 20 minutes and it was perfect. Everybody's oven is slightly different, so 20 to 25 minutes. Make sure a tester comes out clean and it's nice and golden. It will still be slightly soft. I've said this time and time again. Gluten-free baked goods come out soft. They firm up after they cool, but they come out soft. So do not overcook it. 20 to 25 minutes. Let it cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. After it's cooled, gently cut the cornbread into the desired size that you want. Be careful when you cut it because it most likely will still be slightly warm, and gluten-free baked goods are fragile when they're warm, so be careful when you cut it. Put a piece on the plate. You can top it with some butter or some honey butter. I have a recipe for honey butter if you want that, or whatever topping you want, or if you just want to eat it without any topping. It tastes great just by itself. So however you want to eat it, eat and enjoy. In a small bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of softened butter. Make sure it's just soft, not melted. 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Use a fork and stir these together until they're fully combined. Make sure you really get in there and get all of that cinnamon completely combined with the butter. You don't want any dry chunks of cinnamon. Once that's combined, then add up to 1 tablespoon of powdered swerve or powdered sweetener of your choice, more or less depending on how sweet tasting you want your butter to be. Again, use a fork and stir this all together until it's fully combined. Make sure you get in there, make sure all of the powdered swerve is fully combined. You don't want any dry clumps of powdered swerve or ground cinnamon, so really make sure you get it all mixed in really well. Once it's fully combined, spoon it into an airtight container or a mason jar and store it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.